All right, boys, what's up? We're about to make one of those Matrix videos. I know. But personally, for me, I've seen way too much things in life, in reality, especially in these last few years, to kind of deny it anymore. And of course, when you say the Matrix, like people are just thinking about the movie and try to relate it only in that perspective. Obviously, guys, I don't mean it directly like that. I'm just more talking about how like society has formed this structure for you to kind of follow and only live down this path, right? Like don't try to ever turn out in another lane. Just kind of follow this one route and you'll be fine. And that's not cool because they're not allowing you to live the life you want to live, that you can live. You have the ability to live it, but they don't want you to live it. And we're going to get into why in this video. But I just want to kind of, I have Kendrick on the screen here. He's one of those guys that I really look up to, and even he talked about it in his latest album. This is a song called Mirror from the album if you want to go listen to it. And, you can see on the lyrics here on screen where he even talks about, like, he can't live in the Matrix anymore. Guys, too many people like him, Elon Musk, and there's a lot of other examples you could look up have talked about it. And if they're on the other side of it talking about it, then I gotta assume there's something to it. All right, so let's get into it, guys. The first thing about the Matrix is you gotta realize that you're in one. Okay, right? Because how can you break out of something, or how can you fix a problem if you don't even recognize the problem? So you gotta recognize that, like, oh man, society really has just kind of mapped out this one route that we're all supposed to take. And the route is go to school, get a job. That job's going to pay you just enough money to maybe a 2 week vacation a year, to get a car, but it's not going to really be the car you want. You know what I mean? Throw all your money in a 401k, live below your means, and then die. Okay? That's the path they laid out for you. And if you're cool with living like that, then all right. But me personally, I'm not really cool with that. And yeah, it's about breaking free. You can see in the picture I have here, guys. They just want you to be another rat in the system, okay? They don't want you to think that there's any way out of this. But if people are doing it right now, then clearly there is a way out of it. So recognize you're in the system, recognize you're in the matrix to break out of the matrix, okay? And you might be asking yourself, why would they even want, like, why would they do this? What is the benefit to them of doing this to us? Well, guys, it's all about control, right? If you have all the money in the world, and remember, these people print the money, right? So money's not a problem to them. If they ever need money, they just print the money. It's not like it's going anywhere. So money's not an issue to them. And if I gave you all the money in the world, what would you want? You would want power, and that's fine. That's a natural human instinct, right? If you got everything you want, then you want power, you want control over people, and that's what these people want. That's why they're doing what they're doing, because they want to be having control over us, all right? And how do you do that? You make your people fat, you make them lazy, you make them hooked on instant gratification, hooked on dopamine, and you make them obedient, right? You don't let them stray away from the herd. You keep everybody in line. All right. That's why you're seeing this attack on masculinity today, guys, because a real strong masculine man wouldn't allow himself to be controlled like this, right? He wouldn't allow, this herd like mentality to exist. He would go and do his own thing as a man. That's why they're trying to strip you of your masculinity, guys. That's why it's important. You can't let that happen, okay? It all goes back to programming. I've talked about it on this channel before, guys. The things you're watching, the things you're listening to, the things you're reading, all of it's programming your mind. If you're on the internet, and if you're watching this video, you're obviously on the internet. If you're on the internet, you're being programmed every single day, whether you like it or not. This video is programming you guys, okay? But my hope is that it's positive programming. That's why I'm giving out this message. I think it's a good programming for you guys to watch and listen to. I still watch and listen to things, but I only do things that I think are positive programming for me, things that get my mind right, okay? I don't listen to things that I think are poisoning my mind. I only listen and read things that are strengthening my mind, and I suggest you guys do the same. Again, I think I make good content for you guys that is positive programming, but it's important to really pay attention to everything you're watching and listening to, and then asking yourself, is this good for me? Is this bad for me? Positive programming, negative programming, what is it? And try to only focus on positive programming sources, guys. That's like the step one before the actual step one of how to break free from the matrix. The other things that's important to do It's about being a free thinker, guys. You got to look around at the society around you, at the world around you, and be able to make your own judgments, your own observations. You notice how everybody kind of talks about the same stuff. They dress the same way. They eat the same foods. Like, everyone's got the same problems. Everyone watches the same shows on TV. Like, guys, everyone is the same out here. And to get different results, you got to do different things from everybody. And that goes into being a free thinker. That goes into making your own observations, making your own judgments, okay? Like, don't just listen to everything being told to you. Really kind of take it in, internalize it, think about it for a second, actually think for yourself for a second, and then make your own judgment, guys, okay? Because once you become an individual, then everyone gravitates around you, right? Everyone's so bored with the same person, okay? And when you step out as an individual and you're yourself and you're a free thinker, everyone just kind of gravitates to you, right? Because they understand that energy. They understand something about you is different. Even if they don't know what it is, they just know something about you is different, and they like that and they gravitate towards that. And that's why it's important to just be a free thinker. Make your own judgments, guys. Stop letting everything be programmed into you, okay? The other things you got to do to break free, guys, you got to get in shape. I talk about all the time on this channel how important it is to get in shape. Look, at the end of the day, a real man isn't a weak man, okay? You can't be a man if you're weak. And I'm not saying you got to be Jordan Bond Strangle, right? I'm not saying like you have to be massive, but you have to be a strong man capable of defending yourself. That's why I have learning how to fight on here as well, because if you can't protect yourself, your woman, your family, then you're not a real man, guys. So you got to get in shape. There's no excuse for not being in shape. There's zero, okay? Eating healthy is on here as well, because remember, they want you fat, they want you lazy. And guys, when you're eating like shit, when you're eating all these crap chemicals that they're putting in the food today, it makes your brain cloudy. You can't even think clearly, and then you follow more of their programming, right? But when you're eating healthy, when your brain's clear, when you can think clear, then you realize all the BS being put in front of you, and that's part of breaking free. And of course, eating healthy is also going to get you in good shape. So those two go hand in hand. Start reading books, guys. All the secrets lie within books, you know. And listen, big tip, when you're reading, don't read like you're reading for entertainment. Okay, if you're reading Harry Potter, that's one thing. But I'm talking about when you're reading these self-help books, when you're trying to level up, whether it's finance, fitness, your mentality, whatever it is. Read that book like you're studying it, guys. That means reading it, internalizing the message, and then go try to live it out in your real life. Don't just read it, flip page, flip page, flip page. Take your time when you're reading, guys. Read like you're studying, okay? Don't watch the news. That should go without saying. If you're watching the news, stop watching the news. It's all fear-based, right? They're just trying to make you scared. They want you living in fear so that they can control you, guys. Listen, anything you need to know in the world that's happening, you're going to know just from living. Like, I don't watch the news, but I know the big things that are happening in the world because you can't miss it, okay? If you're on the internet, you're going to hear about it. So stop watching the news. And then finally, starting your own business, guys. That's why the internet sets us free, because back in the day, it was been a lot harder to do that, and it's so much easier to fall into the trap. But today we have the internet, so you can start a business from anywhere, from your home, like I'm doing here. I haven't really announced it yet, but I guess this is kind of like the first official announcement. I'm going to start opening up my coaching to you guys, because I do coaching in real life. That's what I do for my job. But I want to start doing it online too now, because then it allows me to help more of you guys. And of course, it's going to help me too financially, right? You got to be financially free to break free. That's just the God honest truth, guys. You need money. You need to go get it back. So start a business. If you got a computer, you got a cell phone, there's 1,000 different things you can do. Pick what you want to do and then go work at it, guys. Final message before we wrap up here. I just want you guys to all know that it is possible, okay? Like, you can hear this message and kind of resonate with what I'm saying and then like close the computer and then go back to living your normal life. But what I really want you guys to understand is that like it is all possible. If there's someone out there doing it, and there is, because when I say that, you think of someone in your head. If there's someone out there doing what you want to do, driving the cars you want to drive, whatever it may be, then it's all possible for you too, right? Because we're all made of the same stuff, okay? You're no different than I am. I'm no different than you are. If you guys want to look at me as a source of inspiration, go ahead. I know I'm a small channel now, but like, I'm trying to document the come up here. And if you guys want to look at me as inspiration, go for it, okay? Because I'm no different from you. If I can do it, you can do it. And if anyone else can do it, you can do it too. So understand that, guys. You can break free. Like, what other choice do you have? You only get this one shot in life. So you might as well try to chase everything you're trying to chase. All right, guys? I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.